Hey guys, whoever we got. Look at me going live right exactly when I said. I'm not gonna start doing shit just yet though, because I still have to. Actually, let's probably find where it was because I'm gonna be moving, leaning in more when I'm working. But good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. How are we doing? Just posting on a couple of streams. Or socials, of course. Actually, wait one second. You know what? Let's do a selfie. Let's do it. Everyone loves watching somebody stream taking pictures of themselves, right? Isn't that like it's like our thing? It's like the next level of selfies. Okay, I accidentally had the timer on, so I had to hold my position for an awkwardly long time. If anybody was wondering what that was about. And we gotta drop a link. This is why I go, I'm late starting so often. I gotta post on a million places. One more, we're almost there. No, there, go here.
Has anyone ever told you that?
Oop. Sound was apparently on. That one. We're good to go. We've lost somebody. Watching me take selfies was not the most exciting way to start your Sunday morning stream. I get it, but we're here. You know what? We're gonna get started. The time has come. We're gonna color this back cover here. So let's dive into it. I got nothing to say really. Let's just do it, and I'll talk when you guys talk. Let me know when you feel like saying something. We're gonna start at the bottom. We're gonna pop that to multiply. I already busted everything up onto separate layers. I don't always need to do this, but I did it for this one. Hey, Steph. Because I might add in some like fog effects between the characters, and it's just easier. So I did all that ahead of time, so that no one would have to sit through me doing all that shit. And I got my quick reference here, my color palettes. So we're gonna pop in whatever is color. And boom, 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 boom. Had a student years ago that I would always go, boom when she did stuff. When I'm sure I would do something animated or whatever, she would do it and go boom. Russian girl. I don't know if that's a Russian thing or not. How are you doing, Sav? How's your weekend treating you? Tired? Is it just because it's still early-ish, or not sleep very well? Busy night? What's the deal? Not sleep very well. I know the feeling. That was very much me yesterday. I don't think I slept enough last night either. But yesterday was outside of the stream. Yesterday it was a little bit more of a chill day, and I feel like I'm benefiting from that. I watched some TV in the morning. I just did not sleep enough Friday night. But Friday had been a really long day, so I think I was feeling it Saturday. But I watched some TV before we went live, and then I chilled out for a bit after, and I went to a couple movies with a buddy. So I think I had enough downtime to counteract the not sleeping enough last night. Also, maybe just more soundly slept too. That always makes a big difference also. Blooping? I don't know. Also, I'm assuming you can hear me well, right? I'm using a different mic. This is the mic that I wanted to use last time we did the Photoshop stream, and I couldn't get it working for some reason. What's the blooping, though? What are you referring to? Is that the sound? You might be hearing the music. Maybe I'll turn the music down a bit more. It might be because it's so close to the mic. So yeah, I think I'm kind of close-ish. Is that better? Was that what was the music, the blooping that you were referring to? Okay. Excited to have a break coming up, Sav? Look at this, we got a working pen this time too. How cool is that? Hell yeah, hallelujah. Me too, honestly, me too. I'm thinking, and I could be wrong, but I'm thinking today's stream's actually going to be a little on the quick adjacent side, or at least compared to last week's, or not last week, but the last cover coloring one, just because the drawing's not as involved. I got a working pen. I'm actually going to repurpose some stuff from the book itself to fill out some of the artwork, which has been the plan the whole time. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. Also might free up some time to do some other stuff. I'm trying to get some of my older Twitch drawings from the last couple months colored, and I had the perfect opportunity to get a lot of it done a couple weeks ago, but because the pen wasn't working and I couldn't figure out why, it just didn't happen. And then this past week has been really busy, so that's been pretty frustrating. So having a shorter stream so I can work on some other stuff as well, that's not a bad thing. Obviously this cover needed to get done as well though, so it all works out. How was your Saturday, Seth? Yeah, the only reason I don't though is I tend to do them in batches. There are occasions when I do I'll draw and color something live on Twitch. I haven't done that in a while. It's just like if I draw it fast enough and I'm feeling motivated enough, then I'll be like, screw it, let's color it as well. But it's been a while since that's happened because my class got whoa, what the hell did I just do there? That was weird. My class schedule has been a little heavier, so my energy during the streams hasn't always been where I would like it to be. But when I'm not doing it in that scenario, I usually will color them in batches, and it's not as satisfying to watch, I don't think. And I'm just trying to like get them in the pockets of time that I have. So it's not that conducive to a stream if it's not something that I'm kind of doing devoted for that. Individually, I tend to color them fairly fast. Yes, for sure. I'm going to do these in bigger blocks and then I'll go in and get the details. That's what I think. And then this one. Sounds like it, yeah. I'm pretty close to a police station and pretty close to a hospital. I'm very close to a police station actually, and relatively close to a hospital. So. Also, at the moment, I have the window just in front of me wide open. You made your point, guys. Jesus, calm down out there, am I right? Let's do Trying to get my well-distributed variety of colors here. Let's do one more red one. Let's make this one red. There we go. I'm in New West. So I'm city, but I'm also kind of not. Oh, Brad, yeah. I will tell him you said that. He is nice. I concur. Oh my god, I missed a spot when I was doing the stuff with the thing and the other people. That was close. That was close. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I could see. I can see it a little bit. Well, with it, well, I see it with the yellow like magic energy kind of thing. If you meant beyond that, I don't know that I'm seeing it. But yeah, thank you. I'm happy with how that one turned out as well. And magic as well. The like the X-Men one. I was pretty happy with her. Also, I love Paranorman. Fun fact. Might be my favorite of the Leica movies. And I've liked most of their movies quite a lot. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I've been looking forward to drawing her for a while too, because I think she's a cool design. Yeah, Kubo, Coraline, and Paranorman would be my top three. And it kind of depends, the order depends on the day that you ask me a little bit, because I think Paranorman stands out to me a little bit because I think like there's like a nostalgic quality for it to me, I think, because he's like this horror movie fan and like it feels like it's homaging these old horror movies I would have watched on like sleepovers and stuff as a kid. And so like that gets like this like added bonus points to it. And I'm just like a horror fan and stuff in general, but like Coraline is so great and Kubo is so great. Like it's a very difficult one to pick a favorite from. I think my least favorite is probably The Missing Link. I think that one felt a little lackluster compared to the other stuff, but it was still like technically well done, and I still enjoyed stuff about it. And then Box Trolls were probably my second least favorite, which I think was actually a pretty good movie overall. It just didn't grab me in the same way. Missing Link had potential. Yeah, I agree. And good, like, fun premise, good cast. When I saw Box Trolls in theaters, there was a guy with a little girl, and I was unclear if it was actually his daughter or if it was like a niece or something. I don't remember why I had that thought, but I remember thinking, I don't know that this is his daughter. And he was explaining the movie to her the entire time the movie was on, and I don't think she was so young that she needed it explained. But if she was, then she was too young to be in a movie theater. Like, that was my whole takeaway from that, and I was really annoyed. Yeah. 100%. There was another time I just thought of as well. Same theater. Went to see the second of the Chris Pine Star Trek movies, so Star Trek Into Darkness, and there was a woman there. For starters, okay, so this woman comes up, goes. We're sitting in the back row, and she comes and goes and all the way up and sits in the back row as well. And she's wearing or pushing a baby carriage, which so it seemed weird to bring a baby carriage all the way up to the back row because you gotta go up the stairs. And turns out there was no baby in the carriage; it was just filled with snacks. Like, so she used the baby carriage to sneak in snacks for the movie. And she had a fuck ton of them. And it's a 3D movie. And before, like, when the trailers, like, once they start showing 3D trailers, there's a thing about put 3D glasses on now. And then when the movie starts, or is about to start, it says put 3D glasses on now again. And then the movie starts, And the woman comes over to us and says, "Is this movie in 3D?" Because she hadn't gotten her glasses, so she had to book it to go get glasses for it. And we're just like, yeah, no shit. And maybe somebody's dropped the ball by not handing her the glasses when she got the tickets, but like, the fact that she had to wait until it was brought up like 3 times, and the fact that we're both wearing 3D glasses before she could put it together. And then we leave, and she, like, the floor around her covered in orange peels and garbage and shit. Had this baby carriage filled with snacks, but still dumped it, and could easily had a garbage can or garbage bag in there. Easily could have just put everything back in there, brought it home, throw it in the garbage, whatever. But no. Not for her. She just dropped everything on the floor. Fuck off. Whoa. That was close. Almost fucked everything up. I almost fucked it all up. Yeah. And it's just like yeah, we'll leave it for everybody else. We saw it yesterday. Me and a friend went and saw wait a minute. Oh, whatever. That's weird. Went and saw Weapons, and we did double feature. Saw Weapons and Together. And there was like, so we were kind of just chilling out, waiting for the second movie to start, and there's like couches there, and there was this like table that I think sometimes like an usher will use or whatever, and people were just dumping their garbage on the table when they came out of the theater. Yeah, they were both good. There's one part I'm mixed feelings about with Together. Overall, I liked it a lot, but there was one part that I was kind of like, I don't know how I felt about that part. But otherwise, I liked it a lot, other than that one moment. And then the rest of it, and then Weapons, I thought was really good overall. Do you like horror, Sav? I forget. Hell yeah, you do. Nice. Have you seen Barbarian? good. We're good. Don't worry. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And it's the same director as Weapons, same and writer. Which is why I asked. Yeah, no, Barbarian was probably one of my favorite movies of that year when it came out. She's going through some stuff. I don't want to spoil things, but she's having a hard time. Well, actually, you know what? I'll tell you. There's a little bit. Something happens at the end of Volume 1 that requires her to need certain things in Volume 2. And the tired looking eyes are a side effect of that. She could probably use one, yeah. But she's good. Don't worry, she's good. She's still badass. You can. But again, I don't say that in a put pressure on you kind of way. Do we have any A-Team fans with us? I never really watched the A-Team. I don't know if I've ever seen a single episode of the original one. It was a little before my time. But I dug the premise. And the movie they did with Liam Neeson and Bradley Cooper and Charlton Copley was really good. Oh, gotcha. Well, you can add posters as add-ons. The only thing you can't do is if you get like the digital trilogy, say, then I don't know if you can do the poster as an add-on because the original doesn't involve shipping. So that you can only add like shippable elements to other shippable elements, but I think you can do 2 separate transactions if you had to. So like, yeah, so if you got like the trilogy, then there should be an add-on option to add a poster. Or if you get the digital trilogy, you can still get a poster, but I think you'll have to do it as a separate transaction, I think. But I could be wrong, you can try. music is so chill. Too chill. Putting us to sleep. I just noticed that there's this holster hanging here. Nothing attached to it. There we go. Fun fact, that holster is technically hanging backwards. I did that at some point early on with Lucinia, and then realized, hey, wait a minute, that wouldn't be good for unholstering and stuff. But I'd drawn it that way so much that I decided to leave it so that it would be consistent. Because she rarely uses it. The whole thing is that she's not a very good shot. She just kind of got it when she needs it, and she mostly uses the sword. So I was like, well, I mean, you know, she's a fairy, there's magic, and she almost never uses it, so maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, there you go. She's probably got some fancy badass maneuver of some kind that does it. I'm drinking leftover peach lemonade from the movie last night because it's refillable, so you get that free refill. Am I right? Could have sworn I already fixed that. Yummy. Foot's a little fucky, but that's fine. That's fine. Gotta get the free refills in this economy. Whoa, whoa, what did I done do there? What did I done do? My God. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I accidentally, you can't see it, but I accidentally goldified all of the black lines on a separate layer. Did it again. Yes. With the dreadlocks, the dreaded dreadlocks. Look what I did. Look what I did. I did that. Which poster are you thinking of getting, Zev? I'm gonna assume it's a Brietta one. But which one though? The like the chibi version, the Art Nouveau version, the like war poster version. Oh, cool. Those are my favorite. Those were my first big idea for the campaign, was to do those ones, and then got the idea to do the Nouveau ones based on Alphonse Mucha, and then kind of at the 11th hour, not long before things went live, I saw somebody do a chibi version of one of their original characters, and I was like, oh, I feel like people might like that. Maybe I should do that too. So I totally did. And I've gotten quite a few comments on them too, so I think I was right. pushing wrong buttons left, right, and center. All over the place. One more, and then all of our flats are done. Ayla is the leader. And she's favorite to draw is tough because like they're all. I have fun drawing all of them. Like Kiani's definitely my favorite one to write because she's the smartass. If I had to pick a favorite to draw, it might be Ayla. She was the first one that I created as well. I feel like maybe, so Kiani's maybe up there as well. I think her and Ayla are the most expressive visually. And I'm always really satisfied with Brietta when she's done because I love the, and like I think the tread looks super cool with her pain in the ass to draw. I think Enora with the glasses tends to look kind of badass with the guns, so she's always fun to draw. And Cinia doing crazy acrobatic shit with her sword is always fun. But while I'm drawing it, I'm often pissed off. I really like drawing the long flowy hair, but then when you have to go to like ink it and you have to be a little bit more precise, it's a bit like, maybe not. My art baby, that would be Ayla, I mean. Yeah, you could say that, yes. And Addison, who I'm coloring right now, isn't a fairy at all, but I think by the end of Volume 3 could be a lot of people's favorite character. I'm just gonna say that. She gets put through a lot of shit in the series. But she has her moment. Hey Fox. How are you? I don't I don't know. Let's find out. I'm very adamant on not spoiling stuff, so I'm gonna be very ambiguous. Take from that what you will. Were you working this weekend? Oh, okay. Cool. The beat sheet for your own project. I just heard a crow and it kind of gave me like fall tingles. This felt so like it should be October with the fireplace on. That's what that crow made me think. And I'm digging the summer. Fall's my favorite time of year, but I'm enjoying the summer while we have it. But I'm just saying, I hear that crow, that's what I think. Oh, right, the one that you were in the writer's room for. Cool. Can you tell us much about that web series? I'm assuming probably not much, but like maybe a genre. By the way, speaking of October, Addison's birthday is Halloween. Hence the black and orange tights. She is sometimes seen wearing black and green as well, but orange more common. Okay, we got all our flats done now. Rom-com, slice of life, will let me couple my favorite. Cool. Nice. Fox, this is a particularly deep cut, and even I myself was not a particular fan of this. But as a fellow pop culture aficionado, does this layout look familiar at all? Do we know what I might be homaging here with this? The back covers of all three are homages of three different things. Do we recognize? I'll give you a hint that like I make three different comparisons when I kind of do my typical Combat Fairy pitch, and I put that on when the first one was coming out. So all three back covers are homaging a poster of those things. So the first one was homaging The Dirty Dozen, the second one was homaging Inglourious Bastards, and now we're on the third one, if that helps. wrong setting. Do we give up? I'll let you know another thing too. This particular one wasn't actually even a movie originally. So it didn't really have a movie poster per se, but I found a promo image that was the closest thing that I ever saw to a movie poster. No, not Tank Girl. Although I've definitely made the Tank Girl comparison as well, just because the fairies themselves and the vibe is very Tank Girl overall. But no. It's from a poster for the A-Team, the original A-Team show. Because I often say that they're the dirty dozen of the fairy world, the 9-inch tall and glorious bastards, and the A-Team with wings. Me neither, honestly. I don't think I've ever once watched the show. I just was familiar with it, and I knew the premise kind of had some overlap. But I did like the movie from a few years ago with Liam Neeson. I thought that was actually pretty fun. I think the reaction was a little mixed, but I thought it was pretty fun. Whole bevel and boss thing, you might just see me put on that. I use that a lot of times just for like jewelry and stuff on characters, because the shape is normally the bevel and boss makes things look too flat or whatever. It just looks like more like one of those puffy plastic stickers or whatever. But for some things like tube shapes and little spheres and things like that, it actually works really well. It's like a quick shading pass. And I only just recently realized that it works well for Brietta's dreadlocks. But oh well. Maybe it would have been finished Volume 3 a whole year earlier if I'd realized that sooner. Oh, we got ourselves a bot. Wait, I've never done this on the computer. I've never done this. How do we do this? Oh, I can't do it this way. Ah, here we go. Wait, where are my options to follow? Whisper, gift this up. No, definitely don't want to do that. Oh, there we go. Block, I guess. Boom. Oh, but it's still there. What the fuck? How do I get rid of the thing? It's so easy on the... Okay, sounds good. Oh, there we go. Banned. Are you completely done for the term now, Sav? Or do you still have classes this week? Because you had Doomsday on Friday, right? So maybe that's it. Couple classes. What classes do you have left? Cine and pre-production. Am I right that Doomsday has already come and gone though? So at least your stressful stuff is dealt with for the time being? Until you shoot, of course. No, not till the 19th. Okay, I think it normally would have been by now, maybe just because of the way other stuff. Well, you're almost there. What's today's date? Today's the 17th. You got 2 more days? So stressed out. Anything in particular stressing you out, or just the sum of the parts? Everything. Well, you're almost there. You're almost there. Going to explode. Now remind me, because I know that writing is your thing, but did you tell me that you ended up changing your mind and you're doing a short film instead of just the one scene, or you are still just doing the one scene? Okay, okay. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Are you working on school stuff right now as you're watching? Or are we chilling right now? Hey, Billy. And thanks for the plug, Billy. As per usual. How are you doing, Billy? Also, I should take Billy's cue. Anybody that is watching now or on a replay, this is the cover for Combat Fairies Volume 3, the final installment in my graphic novel trilogy, and it's now on Kickstarter. And you can get the entire thing on there if you are interested, both digitally and physically, as well as all kinds of other cool stuff, art prints, commission deals, art lessons. Check it out. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be a link in the description. If you're watching on Twitch, then there'll be a link in the About Me section. Not too bad. I saw Weapons and Together last night. Tablet seems to be working well now. I got a brand new pen. I think that it needs to be broken in a little bit. I probably not hearing it on the mic, but it's actually squeaking a little bit. So I wonder if the tip itself needs to kind of be. And every once in a while, it feels like a little not quite sensitive enough, or sometimes even too sensitive. But then other times it's totally fine. But I think it's just a new pen. I haven't properly. I should probably recalibrate it since all my fucking around trying to get the previous version to work. Go for it, Sav. What is the question? Okay. When you do you say 3 comic, are you talking print or digital? Digital. Okay. So it's probably not offering it on the digital rewards because usually the digital, like the add-ons usually only work if it already is going to have shipping built into it to begin with. So if you're getting the books digitally, you'll probably have to order the posters as a separate transaction. So like get the books, and then once it goes through, then go in again and then do it a second time. It should let you do it a second time. And then when you do it the second time, pick one poster and then add the other one as an add-on. I believe so, yes. You can't? Well, that's weird. 'Cause I kind of could have sworn Meredith made more than one pledge. Message her. Well, thank you, Fox. We can do that. If it doesn't let you do that, Sav, then yeah, we can definitely do that. So maybe just get the trilogy and then see if it lets you do a second one, and if it doesn't, just let me know. Because it's a bit better if it works on the through the Kickstarter, just because it'll count towards the numbers for the overall campaign. But like, I'm not gonna not let you get one if you want one. Also, Fox, I agree. I think that like when I was on a podcast to promote it, and the guy on the podcast recommended it, like that idea, because he thought the logo looked cool, and he was like, "You should make it a stretch goal that you get a tattoo of this." And I was like, "That's actually a really good idea." And I felt like, so it kind of almost made me want to do it anyway. But then I was like, "Well, no, but I'll make it part of the Kickstarter." But I gotta live up to it, so I gotta do it as the stretch goal. But I don't know, hitting that 5,000 mark at this point might be easier said than done, but we'll see. I've got I think about 2 weeks, or maybe just shy of 2 weeks. flying through these here. Well, thank you, Sav. Yeah, so I texted Meredith about it, and she said that she actually used a second email address to back the second time, which I didn't realize because it still has her name on both, so it's listed as the same person twice. So basically, she has two accounts, so you can do the same, but if that's but otherwise, yeah, you can still get the posters separately from it. Either way, though, Sav, thank you very much for the pledge. Yeah, we can do that. I won't have them printed until the campaign is done, though. But when the time comes, I'll let you know, and then we can do that. Nice. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Join makers? What's makers? $57 from 2000. Ooh. Thanks for the update, by the way. But yeah, what's makers? Oh, is that like a store in the mall? Maybe I do know that. I know there's a few places kind of like that, and I have thought about it. But you have to, I think you have to pay a certain amount just to have your stuff present. I think, and it might depend on the place, though. They might not all be like that, but I think some of them do. Yeah, so I think it's like you get 100% of the profits, but you have to pay almost like a rental fee, I think, to have the art in there, which is 100% probably worth it if your stuff is selling, but if it's a bit of a gamble is the only thing. But I have thought about that as well. Do you ever see anything like mine in there, though? Like, is there kind of comic booky art style prints and stuff? Because I feel like knickknacks and things like magnets and stickers and stuff probably sell better. $250 to $425 a month. Wow. Is the one in Gastown the same like chain, or is that a different one but the same idea? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. See, that's the problem. There was another one, it was like an art show, it wasn't a store, but it had something similar where it was like, it's like the under $100 or something like that, so it's only for art that you would sell for under $100, which is most of my stuff, because like, it's all prints, like most of my stuff is reasonably cheap, but like, there was, I think, a pretty significant fee to take part, and then I think there was some additional like obligation for you to physically, because it was gonna go for like a week or something, and you had to physically be there for part of it, almost to like act as a cashier, sort of, I guess. But it was just like, that's a lot of commitment financially and time wise, and it's like, and because everything had to be under $100, you had to sell quite a lot to really make it, to even stand a chance at like making your money back, let alone a profit. It seemed like it'd be a cool show to attend, but it seemed like not the greatest benefit to the artists themselves. Unless you got enough notoriety that you feel pretty confident that your stuff is going to do well, I guess. Because, I mean, if you sell really well, then obviously it becomes worth it, but... Okay. And what's their... How has it been for them, Billy? Has it been like good for them, or has it been kind of meh? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's a fair... Not that you have to go back and change it, but I'm just wondering. I wonder if you had pledged for a physical one, like for the posters, if it would have let you add on a digital. I'm just curious how that works, because that's a good tip for like future campaigns, but I don't know how much control I have over that. So I'm wondering what the workaround is, if there is one. No. I meant the. Oh well, that might maybe would that would be maybe that would still be too much anyway. But I know I didn't mean to do the physical one. I meant like if you get the if your pledge was for the poster, then maybe you could add on the digital one. I'm just curious. I'm not suggesting that you go back and change it or anything like that, and you do not need to apologize for anything, Seb. I'm just like curious if it would have worked that way, because it is kind of weirdly limiting, but I don't think it gives you that control when you're setting it up, and so I'm curious. I'm just thinking for future reference for myself is all. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't know. But I'm gonna reiterate: you do not need to apologize, Sev. You're totally good. I appreciate the pledge, no matter what it is. That truck out there sounds obnoxious. We were all thinking it. I'm just saying it. Did you guys hear that? And still. Yeah. It is. I mean, it's short enough, but it's just like it's so insanely loud for like briefly. I'm just like, really, really. No, this is like, it's from the back alley. I almost want to say it's like recycling or something, but it's a Sunday, so I don't know. They pick up that kind of stuff on Sundays. I don't know. That, I think, is somebody pushing around a dumpster. That's what I think that sound is now. Right? Right? The place actually is pretty soundproof, though, like when all the windows are closed. It's just that right now I have all the windows open. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Sav. Thank you. I'm pretty sure we'll. I don't know if we'll hit that 5,000 stretch goal where I get the tattoo and everything, but I think we'll make the goal though. I think the main goal. That sound was it leaving though, luckily, so I think we're good now until another one comes along for some reason. Did they do garbage pickups on the Sundays? I don't know if I knew that they did that, but I feel like it must have been either garbage or recycling, right? That's what it sounded like. I had the window open, but I had the blinds down to keep the sun out, so. Plus the patio's on the other side, so I don't know that we'll be able to see over anyway. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't do it too often on the stream. You can hear that? You can hear the squeaking? Because yeah, it's the new pen, it's a little squeaky. I assume that's what you're hearing. It doesn't really make much noise. Like the scraping itself doesn't actually make that much noise. It's a pretty slick screen. Oh, okay. Alright. Really? It does not sound like pen on paper here at all. Or at least in my opinion. Okay. Squeak and a scribble. Want a free art duel by another streamer. Oh, cool. Who's the streamer? Felix the Mothman. Of course he would be the Mothman. How did the contest work? What was it, like a raffle type thing? I've never played marbles. So how does the chat get involved? Is it like you're kind of like betting on a winner? Is that how it is, or? But how? Like, how does that work? Okay. Also, thank you. So we're ready to start kind of assembling this into the actual thing. I'm going to show you guys what the original 18 poster looked like. So that's the original one that we're kind of imitating. So we're going to do our own version of this title, but with Combat Fairies, obviously. We're going to add in this kind of explosion-y type effect and mildly imply the cityscape. And I'm going to take a few elements from the actual comic to fill in these gaps. So there's going to be like from panels of the comic, basically, that are going to go there. So we'll add those elements first, I guess. So to replace this tank, we're going to use this shot. So let's grab this, pop over here, drag that over there. Give ourselves a little bit of extra room. So this is from a page from volume 3. This, and I went ahead and isolated it because I didn't want to have like spoilers and all that kind of shit. So I thought ahead to what I would repurpose here. So this is gonna go. We need to put this just underneath Addison's layer here. So up there. We're gonna flip it around. I might end up removing the jet, but I hadn't actually decided yet. Hang on, I'll put this over here so I can kind of look at them side by side. Maybe not. Maybe I will use it like that. I think I'll get rid of the helicopter though, because I'm going to do a helicopter elsewhere. So I got that. Shrink it down more, kind of there-ish, I think. So we're gonna do that, and then to replace this, we're gonna use this nuke. No, not that. That's for another part. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. We're gonna use this nuke. I lost the cover. Where is it? There we go. Drop that in there. Get rid of that. This is going to go down behind. Wait, this is going to be like the truck. This is the nuke. And this is going to go behind Nora. Right around. Kind of like that. Like that. And then we're going to use this helicopter here to replace the other helicopter. Rotate it kind of like that, put that about there. Oh, I don't think you did. Do you want to tell us a bit about the book? Or are we keeping that hush-hush? I understand if we want to keep it hush for the moment. Okay, and then we're also going to put... so the original one's got these guys fighting here. And honestly, I think I probably have some version of the fairies fighting similar, but I didn't want to like highlight a specific character just at random, so we're going to use some of these creatures here. So I haven't decided which ones yet. Maybe we'll use this guy. Probably use that guy. Maybe just that guy. Oh wait, is it the wrong? Damn it! Put it in the wrong file. Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Oh my god. What is happening? Okay. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Let's see what I'm doing now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. If that works. Cool, cool, cool. They are, in fact, ugly motherfuckers. Okay. Now. Now we're gonna do some stuff. So how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Okay, let's do the explosion thing in the background first. Let's do a white backdrop also. Oops. Visualize for the cityscape. Well, thank you, Sev. The elements. Ooh. Very cryptic. Okay, hang on. I just had an idea. There's that cityscape in the background. I'm gonna grab that from another page from the comic as well. I got an idea, you see. I don't remember what chapter it appears in. I think it's... Is it here? No. Is it here? I think it's here. Okay, there's that, but there's also... Oops. Yeah, maybe I'll use that one. Yeah, all right. Got an idea. What do I want to use? Yeah, I'll use that. Okay, so get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of the fog. And then we can flatten the image. Oops. Fairy Fallout vibes? A little bit. More specifically in volume 3 than the first 2 volumes, but yeah, a little bit. Kitty tiger thing? What kitty tiger thing? I gotta go back to look at that one again now. I don't know what you're referring to. The 3 people. Oh, it's following. That is Ralph the Squonk. Squonk is a urban legend cryptic creature from Pennsylvania. There we go. Billy with the other one. Wait, what look like ball sacks? The squonk looks like a ball sack? There's something else in Combat Fairies Volume 3 that looks particularly like a ball sack, but I don't think that was in the that page there. My version of the squonk looks a little bit less ball sacky. Almost done with all the color bits. So there we go. Okay. So the actual image is done. Put the signature back in there. We're going to add the title, and then we're going to format it for the back cover. We're going to add the back copy and everything. But I got to pop out for a bathroom break really quick, guys. So I'll be back in like 5 minutes at most. And then we're going to finish it off. If you get that, Sav, definitely let me know. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Actually, one thing I want to do a little bit. Looking at fresh eyes again. I'm going to throw a few more of these in. Just a little bit. There we go. Balance that out a tiny bit. Maybe there also. Okay. Now for real. So our next step is we're going to add the title down at the bottom. So I'm going to adjust our canvas size a tiny bit here. Pull it up like that. Okay. I need this as a back tattoo? No, I don't need this as a back tattoo. I don't think that's the case. Okay, so do this. C. And we're going to use the stencil font. Like that. And then we're going to put Combat Fairies. So we end up with something like this. Okay, but I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna do it like this. Instead. And we're also going to change this shade of red also. We're going to do a couple more things. Let's take this. Let's pop these a bit closer together like that. Oops. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I can see that. actually, wait. Yeah, okay. Like that, and then like that. And then we're gonna put volume 3. Basically attempting to retrofit, so because there's no "the" in the Combat Fairies title, so I'm doing a reverse so that the volume 3 lands where the "the" would have been in the 18 logo, or at least that's the theory. And then something kind of like that. Put there, I think. There we go. I think that works. I think that works. Oh, I should make the gap a little bit bigger though. It's a little tight. No! Oh my god. Oh my god. That was close. There we go. Combat Fairies, Volume 3. So we got that now. And we're gonna save this as the like kind of like poster version sort of, but then we'll do the back cover. Watch it, wait, no, let's open the volume 2 back cover, and we're gonna use that as our jumping off point. There we go. So we're gonna save this now as our volume 3. Okay. Now we get rid of all of that. This obviously is going to change too, but for right now we're going to do this. And I'm going to take all that and merge those. Merge group, that. Pop these over there. Like that. Okay, we're gonna turn the barcode off for now because that's outdated. We're gonna zoom in down here and we're gonna change this to 2025. Volume 2 actually came out in 2023, so I don't know why it's at 2024 there. Okay, now I gotta find my synopsises, which I got somewhere. One sec. it here. Grab all that. Well, guys, I think we're done. I get excited when I'm polishing stuff off like this. Yeah, guys, I think that's it. I think we got it. So let's flatten some stuff. So we're gonna go flatten image. And there's our JPEG version. Now we're going to do a low res version as well, or lower res version. Thank you, Fox. And then we're gonna go back over to this one. I want to eat it. It's not really what I was going for, but okay. Flatten this. JPEG. And our low res version of this one. Oops. Save that one. And we're going to do one more iteration. And that is going to be the one that we can post to promote stuff. Let's use this one. So we're just going to sneak this in the bottom here. Thank you, Billy. Do I not know which meme? The shrimp one that you sent? I want to say I'd seen it before, but I'm not positive. The creator of The Wild Thing got a card from a little boy saying he loved The Wild Thing. And he sent the boy a custom drawing, and 3 days later, his mom mailed back saying the boy loved it so much he ate it. Oh, that when you said that I want to eat it. Okay, gotcha. No, I'm not familiar with that meme. I don't think. Anyway. Okay, guys. We're done. Officially. Thanks for watching. If you're watching now or on the replay on YouTube or whatever, check the link in the description. Check the link in my about. If you haven't already, Combat Fairies Volume 3 is on Kickstarter. You can get it digitally or in print. There's a link in the chat right now, matter of fact. You can get it digitally or in print. You can get the entire trilogy or just the newest installment. And there's also prints and commissions and original art, and you can even get art lessons and stuff like that as well. So and posters as well. Yeah. So so check that out if you haven't already. We got I think just shy of 2 weeks left to go on that. So so check it out. Saf says just get everything. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back on Tuesday for another fan art stream. So I'll catch you then, 7 on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your weekend, everybody. Oh, we'll give somebody a rate, of course. We're gonna do that right now. Let's see. Chrisabug. I don't know if we rated Chrisabug before or not. If we have, it's been a while. So let's rate this person. Have a good one, everybody. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ray.